The urban center have been officially opened by the Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Michael Holness today, so it is officially open today. Crowd, enormous crowd today, even in the rainfall, it proceeds.
Me and the politician Peggy, you know, but it's like, yeah. Okay, I want to hurry up. Sorry.
Thank you too! Yeah, move people man. You couldn't pass me! Yeah, move people man. Move people man. Yeah, but I must tell myself, come here, I'm done with it. I'm back here for now. I'm not more. I'll just send it to my one PM, one and two will is badness. You might have been
Yeah. Tell me how you feel.
Good morning. My name is Susan. I'm from the parish of St. Thomas. I'm so grateful for my Prime Minister and what he has done for St. Thomas with this urban center. And I want to tell him thanks, very thanks. St. Thomas is no more be the forgotten parish. You open the eyes of we citizens of St. Thomas, and I want to tell you thanks, a million times thanks, my Prime Minister. Love you so much.
invite all the time.
At this point, we would like to invite you to take your seats.
In the front here we have Seafood Councillor, and in the other side we have Trinityville Councillor Dean Jones and his son. On the other side you have Dalby Councillor McLeod.
Ladies and gentlemen, this time.
I'm certain that there is a policing plan in place for it because the place was designed with security as a courthouse. I'm certain that there will be some police posts in place and that there will be proper arrangements for patrol. So this will be the safest place set up. I believe it is built into the whole design. But CP, tell me, I saw some good news. the report that I said?
It's alright, it's alright. Me know you have to do that, it's alright.
The Most Honorable Prime Minister, Dr. Andrew Holness. Honorable Members of Parliament, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I am honored to bring greetings to the official opening of the Morant Urban Center. I would like to congratulate the contractors, partners, and everyone involved in bringing this vision to life. This project shows what we can achieve together through hard work and good leadership. The Morant Urban Center will bring new opportunities, growth, and prosperity to our community. It reflects the Prime Minister's vision for progress and development that we will benefit our parish and our country. Under this government, St. Thomas is no longer the forgotten parish. Let us celebrate this milestone while we work towards a brighter future. Thank you. God bless you.
Hey, you tell people that.
All protocols observed. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Jamaica. What a proud and powerful day this is, not just for St. Thomas, but for the entire nation. Today, we are not just cutting a ribbon, we are opening the doors to opportunity and transformation and to the future we were promised and a future we deserve. This is more than infrastructure, this is impact. This is the day, a special day, the best day to be in representational politics. Because today we're not talking about promises. We're not sharing visions of what could be or what we think. We're standing on the ground of what is, a dream made real. Round of applause. Let me invite Dr. Fenton Ferguson to join me on stage. Come on up here, Dr. Ferguson. Dr. Adrian Bonner, the Honorable L.G. Newland, the Honorable Isaac Barrett, Miss Violet Thompson, the Honorable Pernell Charles Sr., and the Honorable Dr. Fenton Ferguson all tried this and wanted this for Eastern St. Thomas. The only difference is I have Dr. the Honorable Andrew Michael Holness and the JLP administration. Action, not a bagamow. St. Thomas Eastern is proud of you, sir. And we're proud of your government, sir. On behalf of the previous members of parliament, the entire St. Thomas Eastern, and Dr. Fenton Ferguson, he and I have a little running joke, you know, because he was here for what were you here for? When we were breaking the ground and you said, you know, let me come here, don't. He said, when we're breaking ground, you will not allow me to be here. And guess what? I am here and I will not allow myself to sit down without standing right here beside him. Let me tell you something, Popcorn said it best. I know where I come from, but look at we now. Look at we now. Look at we now. Zero where I come from. I'm not blaming you. But look at we now. Listen, everybody, choose Jamaica.
Good morning. Good morning, St. Thomas. Good morning, St. Thomas. We have today our Prime Minister with us. We have at least 6 cabinet members with us. We have mayors, councillors. We have almost all of Jamaica supporting and watching us today. I say to the East, welcome to this urban center. I say to the East, we have waited 160 years since Paul Bogle championed our cause. I say to our Prime Minister, what you and the Factory Corporation has done here today is tremendous work. You have transformed the East, and we say thank you. I will not hold you in the sun today because it's going to get very warm. I will only say to Jamaica and its taxpayers who have paid and made this possible, thank you. So on behalf of West St. Thomas and the East, we all want to hear you out there say thank you and God bless.
Good morning, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is my honor to welcome you all today, and in particular, to recognize the presence of our esteemed government officials. The Most Honorable Dr. Andrew Holness, Prime Minister, Honorable Members of Parliament, Councillor Louis Chin, Mayor of the St. Thomas Municipal Corporation, Ambassador Gao Jing, Embassy of the People's Republic of China, Mr. Bai, Country Manager, Czech, and last but not least, the Honorable Littleton Tani Shirley, Chairman of FCJ. I would like to share 2 personal stories related to St. Thomas. About 2 years ago, I was invited to do a site visit in St. Thomas. And my friend said, we were in New Kingston, and he said, it'll only take 30 minutes to get there. It took us 3 hours, 6 hours to get back home. I got home in the dark. And today, it took me 1 hour, and it was a pleasurable journey. If you think about it, at a very minimum, it is quite simply a real enhanced quality of life thing. When I visited the Morant Bay Urban Center for the last time in my capacity at NCB, I immediately got this vibe that we were literally witnessing wealth creation. It was this feeling that significant value was being unlocked in St. Thomas. The road access and this center would have an exponential positive effect on St. Thomas and its stakeholders. It will unlock value in real estate, in entrepreneurialism, and spin-off infrastructural development. This is a tangible demonstration of unlocking value and wealth for all. This brings me to the main points I would like to share today. Building a better Jamaica and becoming your financial partner of choice. I moved to Jamaica 17 months ago and have been deeply involved in 2 very significant projects that saw the government of Jamaica utilizing its rightful role and positioning in initiatives of national development to initiate and seed significant infrastructure projects in the interest of the people of Jamaica. To take these projects and care for them via an incubating stage, and then to work with the likes of NCB to unlock the value of these projects, and most importantly, to improve the quality of life of the people of Jamaica, and to make sure that they democratize access to wealth creation for the people of Jamaica. The two projects I refer to are the Trans-Jamaica Highway and the Morant Bay Urban Center. One would be hard-pressed to challenge the fact that these two projects improve the quality of life of Jamaicans and those living here like myself, and also democratize access to wealth creation by unlocking value and making it available to all. From my viewpoint, I saw two multi-billion-dollar projects in 17 months that have had an undeniable, exponentially positive effect on the quality of life of Jamaicans. Esteemed guests, please join me in acknowledging and congratulating the Most Honorable Dr. Andrew Holness, Prime Minister, and his government for these significant achievements. In recognizing the government of Jamaica, it would be remiss of me not to point out that financial groups like NCB have time and time again tangibly demonstrated that we are the quintessential strategic partner in building a better Jamaica and becoming your financial partner of choice. But talk is cheap. Don't take my word for it. Look at the facts. NCB provided a $5.3 billion construction loan for this center. NCB Capital Markets would have provided a $2.2 million equity stake in this center. NCB Capital Markets again would have arranged $930 million worth of preferred shares issued by this center. Where else in the Caribbean region can you find a publicly listed financial group that provides this type of fiscal support at every layer of the capital stack? Equity, quasi-equity, construction loans. We soon install ABMs in this center. In wrapping up, we must acknowledge the work done by the various parties bringing this vision together. These players include the Factories Corporation of Jamaica, China Harbour Engineering Company, the people of St. Thomas, who worked assiduously through the various stages of the project, my colleagues at NCB, and of course, the government of Jamaica, who in my brief 17 months here have proved that they have codified the framework of utilizing their position to see projects in the embryonic stage, to incubate them, and then to hand them over to the private sector and unlock wealth creation for all. Thank you for having me here today. Thank you for your continued support of NCB, and we look forward to focusing on building a better Jamaica. Thank you.
The Most Honorable Dr. Andrew Holness, Prime Minister of Jamaica. The Most Honorable Chinese Ambassador to Jamaica, Dr. Chen Daojia. Member of Parliament, politician officials, representative from Factories Corporation of Jamaica, my colleagues from China Harbour, special invited guests, it is my pleasure to be here with you today. Today is a proud and historical moment for the people of St. Thomas and wild Jamaica in bringing Morant Bay Urban Center to life. At China Harbour, we proud ourselves on being part of this project that goes beyond infrastructure. We are committed to national building by developing communities and providing employment opportunities. It is this shared sense of purpose that continues to strengthen the long-standing ties between Jamaica and China. The Morant Bay Urban Center represents transform and renewal of modern space that will bring government service, business, and social opportunities to serve the people of East Jamaica. This achievement is a result of strong partnership and collaboration with Factory Corporation of Jamaica. We are so proud to have worked with FCG.
not just a client, but as a partner. FCJ brought vision to this project, and China Harbor matched that engineering expertise, innovation, and promise to deliver on time and within budget. Together, we create something that will have a lasting impact on lives, livelihoods, and the local economy. Together, we're looking forward to replicating this success across this island. We thank the government of Jamaica, the FCG, and other stakeholders for their partnership and trust. We thank the people of Jamaica for allowing us to continue contributing to Jamaica's national development journey. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Directors of ceremony, you've been doing a fantastic job. Prime Minister, Dr. the Most Honorable Andrew Holness, former Member of Parliament for East St. Thomas, Dr. Fenton Ferguson, representing the Leader of the Opposition this morning, members of the House of Parliament, Chinese Ambassador to Jamaica, His Excellency Chen Dong-Zhang, Mayor of Morant Bay, Councillor Louis Chin, Councillors of the St. Thomas Municipal Corporation, Mayor and Councillors from the Portland Municipal, Custos Rotolorum of St. Thomas, Honorable Marcia Bennett, Permanent Secretaries, Joint Venture Partners, NCB Capital Market led by Chief Executive Officer Mr. Agnes Young and China Harbor Engineering Company Czech, led by Country Manager Adrian B. My Board of Directors at Morant Bay Urban Center Limited and at Factories Corporation of Jamaica, special invited guests, let me acknowledge the presence of my wife Roxanne. Let me acknowledge all my friends and colleagues. I greet you all this morning and I greet you well. Wow. Wow. I'm a man of many words, but today I will confess I'm momentarily speechless. I'm going to be asked you to turn your attention to the screen for a moment. Can I get the screen off? Right. That was the old Goodyear factory, which closed abruptly in 1997, leaving over 200 people unemployed, and it remained like that for about 25 years. In 2005, the then government, in good faith, attempted to convert the location into a call center. But what you are now looking at on the new screen is transformation. 6 years in the making from June 2019, groundbreaking. Most Honorable Prime Minister, you had this vision of creating a town center for Morant Bay, which would be an example of sustainable development and growth for the people of St. Thomas. A town center that provides a framework to encourage and support public order in Jamaica, which we all know is needed. A town center to facilitate the fusion between public and private sector entities in a one-stop shop, which will provide efficiency in doing business. Prime Minister, we first have to believe in your vision before we could sell this vision to anyone else. After all, many have viewed St. Thomas as a forgotten parish. Now today I'm pleased to be here participating in this ribbon cutting event. as we look at this massive development, which will serve as a blueprint for future urban developments. Today we are not merely cutting a ribbon, we are carving a path in the future for the people of St. Thomas, for the nation of Jamaica, and for generations to come. I am truly honored to be part of this project, which began as an ambitious dream by our Prime Minister, Dr. the Most Honorable Michael Holness, which now stands as a testament to what we as a country can achieve when leadership, collaboration, and determination take the forefront. I want to recognize and extend my heartfelt gratitude to you, Prime Minister, whose steadfast leadership and commitment to national transformation has been pivotal in driving this project forward. Prime Minister, your vision to decentralize development and to uplift every parish is a noble one. And today, Morant Bay is a true manifestation of such leadership. Prime Minister, a round of applause to you. What you are seeing now is a project that is complete and ready for occupancy of our clients who have been given a 3-month built-out period. During this rent-free period, the clients will be designing their units to their specifications, and the contractor will concurrently use this period to complete landscaping, roadworks, and any incomplete works or any defects identified. During this period, we'll also commence phase 2, which involves the building of 2 additional blocks, one to be used as a medical complex where a variety of medical disciplines will be housed, including an urgent care facility. The other will facilitate additional government agencies. Already we see this urban center concept being replicated in Port Antonio at Brownbrook Urban Center. Another vision for you, Prime Minister, turning into reality. For Brownbrook, we had the groundbreaking ceremony in August 2024. We formed the project company in October 2024, and the construction agreement signed last month. Mr. Prime Minister, we are not stopping here, because you have charged FCJ to identify other locations across the island to construct similar developments to boost economic growth and job creation for the people of Jamaica. In fact, Prime Minister, you have mandated us to also focus on small business growth through the provision of space, which I'm hoping that you will elaborate on as we look to expand the Morant Bay Urban Center to facilitate the establishment of a community micro-business park and a farmer's outlet. We took a little time in getting this development off the ground because, as you mandated us, Prime Minister, no chaka-chaka development around here. We've dotted our I's and crossed our T's. To the members of Parliament representing the people of St. Thomas, especially MP for Western St. Thomas, where this development is located, Mr. James Robertson, big up yourself, my friend. Big up. There's no doubt that you have the interest of the people at heart. To our neighbor MP, Mrs. Michelle Charles, your hard work will continue to bring success for your people. Blessings, showers. Ladies and gentlemen, no vision can become reality without effective execution. And that responsibility fell squarely on the shoulders of FCJ. Let me first acknowledge my board of directors and ask them to stand quickly. I want to recognize their leadership oversight. To my managing director, Dr. Donald Farquharson, and his team of managers, I'm going to ask that you stand. I want to recognize and thank you for believing vision and the ability to execute. To the MDUC Board of Directors, this would not have happened
and being possible before your consistent support and guidance. Let me pause to acknowledge the work of Corporate Secretary Mrs. Durkett Cooper, who has been struggling between the MDUC and FCJ Board of Directors for her amazing work. I want also to thank our financiers, architects, contractors, engineers, construction crew, security personnel. What a phenomenal job you have done to include our project manager, our QS, and our architect of world-renowned Plexus Limited. Let me also ask a very special lady. She's a backbone of everything that you're seeing here and what has been done in the past. She's a journalist, she's a marketing personnel of no means order. Dora Smith, give yourself a laugh. Come up here. As I said before, I was momentarily speechless. I still am. It's an overwhelming feeling to see such a national project moving from a dream to a reality. I like to talk a lot at these events, you know why? We do a lot. So in closing, I want you to remember, in 2019 for the groundbreaking of the urban center, I bust this song. Many rivers to cross.
You're crossing already.
But just where to begin? In 2024, we tour with the Prime Minister to update you on the progress. I bust another song. It is a long, long time coming, but a change is gonna come. And today I'm going to bust another song on you. Amazingly, this song has been recognized, listen clearly, as one of the top 10 motivational songs in the world for achievements and success. And I stand proud to sing it with my amazing voice. I want you to sing along with me. Please sing along with me as I bust the Bob Marley version. The sun is shining, the weather is cool, makes me want to move my dancing shoes. To the rescue, here I am. Want you all to know where we stand. Transformation, transformation, as we turn our vision into reality, transforming lives, transforming communities, transforming Jamaica. God bless you all.
When the race them set, me have to drop a part two, cause like when me show up on you, I who did set, St. Thomas forgotten, just look at us now, road smooth like a satin. If you never drive from you highway, then come a whispering bumble, come stay. Let me introduce Pretty Lights Beach. From Morant Bay, 5 minutes you reach. The new rampa falls opportunity. When the old family come relax and chill. Roselle Falls, how could I forget? The Prime Minister put the pass and not get him hands wet. Every foreigner on social media say that my visit St. Thomas when they come Jamaica. Just look at us now, the urban center. They come a St. Thomas soon require visa. And we are supposed to know what excites me. It's finger licking good, we get KFC. Mount Fagan Parish, the face, the arm bright. Right to know we're picture road full of stoplights. Tell me where you get the best drinking water. St. Thomas, of course, I don't know the answer. We send them diverted to other area. And South Parchment and direct cut birth. Everybody should have known it a St. Thomas birth. have a stove. Not to worry, come into Fish Cove. Better never know we have a sanctuary. Are the only one you find in the country. With what if a crocodile, this you have to come see. So all of the single women out here, if you want a good man, then you have to come here. Okay, this is one you name Jamaica Chris. St. Thomas, make we test them. Alright then it. This is a question we want to answer. St. Thomas, make we test them. Alright then it. Tell me where the first breadfruit tree discovered. St. Thomas, happy birthday. St. Thomas event, we're done with the race.
Have some amount of keys that we want to hand out, and our first group of clients we want to recognize are those who we consider the anchor clients, those who are vested and invested in this property. Now these are the clients who would have identified and secured standalone units here at MBUC. They really believe in truth to the growth and the development of St. Thomas and by extension, Jamaica.
We now invite on stage to make a presentation to these clients, NCB Senior Corporate Relations Manager, Ms. Cornella Allardyce. That we would like to acknowledge is KFC. As our KFC representative makes his way to the stage. Another round of applause for KFC, one of our anchor clients. So those meal deals are on the way. They have the keys. Thank you. We now welcome a special presentation to Juicy Patties, who are also our refreshment partner today. It's official, Juicy Patties has received its keys. We now welcome bringing higher education to the parish of St. Thomas, the University of the Commonwealth Caribbean. And it's good to see that Shaquela Gordon and the other students of Robert Lightburn High School won't have to go far for their university education.
And let the keys be displayed. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Ms. Allardyce.
As the Ministry of Justice collects its keys, we ask the Ministry of Local Government and Community Development to stand by.
They are relocating the St. Thomas Municipal Corporation to the Urban Center.
I understand, Fabian, that 5 court sessions can be happening concurrently at the new courthouse, the most modern in Jamaica, the most modern in the region.
Absolutely. We're talking about groundbreaking happenings efficiency is the name of the game. Thank you very much.
Ministry of Justice. Now we welcome the Ministry of Local Government and Community Development. The Honorable Desmond Mackenzie is in the house.
Following the Ministry of Local Government and Community Development will be the Tax Administration Department. Tax Administration of Jamaica. May I invite TAJ? Yes.
So welcome Heart NSTA Trust, who will also be another government client at the Morant Bay Urban Center.
And next up will be the Passport, Immigration and Citizenship Agency. Shaquela, did indicate. Speaker.
We'd also like to welcome the Child Protection and Family Services Agency, which will also be housed at the Morant Bay Urban Center. The Child Protection and Family Services Agency.
And we all know that Dr. the Most Honorable Andrew Holness and his government is really about building. And so, next up will be the National Housing Trust. They will be here for your convenience. NHT.
And since water is life, the National Water Commission will also be at the Morant Bay Urban Center. NWC.
They're here for briefing. And following the GIS will be the Jamaica Postal Corporation.
For our good food. Again, ladies and
Stationary World. Stationary World.
so we'll have Mavis Bank Coffee Factory, we're gonna have Stationary World. Stationary World is coming. Also be in our commercial building. The representative of Naraju. As we welcome
Ribby's Lounge.
Ribby's Lounge. So we're having Ribby's Lounge, so things looking like we can just head over to St. Thomas on a Sunday because we're also gonna have Chinese food. Taurus Gardens will be at the Morant Bay Urban Center.
House Ice Cream.
House Ice Cream.
Representative of Taurus Gardens and Devon House Ice Cream. Now, it's going to be very interesting because if you have the Chinese, you have the ice cream, you may just want to maintain
your fizzy.
Fitness Express. Fitness Express.
Fitness will be at the Morant Bay Urban Center.
Okay, so Express Fitness is here. Devon House Ice Cream is here.
Another round of applause
Memories Operators Gaming Limited. Memories at the Urban Center.
And we will also have Orion Insurance Brokers right here at the Morant Bay Urban Center.
And because we're a productive nation, Tiny Things Baby Store. Tiny Things Baby Store.
Ready to help repopulate the nation.
I don't know if the store is going to do that. Once the repopulation comes alive. JJ's Global Shipping and Customs Brokerage.
Of course, we are also going to have SSMC Express right here at the Morant Bay Urban Center. Ladies and gentlemen, please continue the round of applause for our clients in the commercial building, Mavis Bank Coffee Factory, Stationery World.
And of course, when we're talking about connectivity, we have to have Knoxford Express. Knoxford Express. Knoxford Express.
And we will also have warehouse client Total Scope at Morant Bay Urban Center.
Are promoting alternative energy, Evergo charging station. Visited Sterling Bakery. Sterling Bakery will be followed by GBT Fashion.
And GBT Fashion will be followed by Fix Furniture and Appliance.
GBT Fashions, Fits Furniture and Appliance.
We also welcome Pinway Chinese.
They will be followed by Bad Dog Sausage.
I see Fits making their way to the stage. Bad Dog is here.
And then we have Evolve Distribution. Evolve Distribution.
And Evolve Distribution will be followed by East Plug 876. Evolve Distribution is making their way to the stage. East Plug 876.
Then we have E-Urban Multimedia Solution. E-Urban Multimedia Solution.
And E-Urban will be followed by Next Step Lifelong Education Services. I see Next Step in the house.
Then we mentioned them earlier.
Pinway is here.
Right. Tiny Things Baby Store.
Tiny Things, welcoming back to the stage. Tiny Things Baby Store. We also now welcome Neville Stewart and Associates.
So Neville Stewart's and Associates, attorneys at law.
Ladies and Distribution.
East Plug 876, E-Urban Multimedia Solutions, Next Step Lifelong Edu Services.
Tiny Things Baby Store, Neville Stewart and Associates, Niche Financing and J-Quest Solutions.
Ladies and gentlemen, private sector, public sector, the local entrepreneurs from the parish of St. Thomas, all included in this groundbreaking, difference-making urban center. This is a product of the Most Honorable Dr. Andrew Michael Holness, Prime Minister. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause.
Occasions marking the opening of our own Morant Urban Center. The establishment of this urban center represents a transformative milestone for both our businesses and the broader community. As we stand here today, we recognize several benefits this development brings to our enterprise and to our businesses in general. It will enhance accessibility and visibility of our businesses. It will promote economic growth opportunities by creating job opportunities for local residents. It is expected to expand our customer base and potentially increase our market shares. This urban center development aligns perfectly with our vision of providing furniture and appliances while contributing to our community. We are committed to serving as an anchor business in this development, fostering economic vitality, and enhancing the quality of life for the residents of St. Thomas. As we embark on this new chapter, we extend our gratitude to developers and all stakeholders and partners, and our community members who have made this possible. We look forward to growing together. We look forward to expanding our communities with this vibrant urban center and continuing to serving our valued customers with excellence. Thank you for allowing us to be a part of this significant milestone. This will impact practically and benefit all our communities, our businesses, and of course, our broader economy. We thank you and we appreciate that.
Thank you very much, Ms. Please.
Thank you very much, chairpersons. They're doing a very good job. St. Thomas, good morning, almost good afternoon. Let me adopt the protocol so ably done by previous speakers, but if you may permit me, let me certainly pay respect to the Prime Minister of Jamaica, to Custos of St. Thomas, to the Mayor, to the Ambassador from China, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I should also pay respect to the Commissioner of Police, whose officers are doing a fantastic job, not only here in St. Thomas, but across Jamaica. Today is an important gathering at the breathtaking Morant Bay Urban Center, which can be summed up in one word: R-E-M-A-R-K-A-B-L-E, remarkable. This is a remarkable urban center. I can recall as far back as 2016, my frequent visit to St. Thomas, which Custos Bennett will remember, to officiate at Justices of the Peace seminars and ceremonies and commissioning and at judiciary events, and encountering a lengthy, bumpy, rocky journey. Fast forward to 2025. What we are witnessing today is an occasion like never before. A significant transformation of this wonderful historic parish under the leadership of Prime Minister Andrew Holness. A spanking new highway offering a breathtaking, picturesque view of the Caribbean Sea and other notable attractions. This administration can now speak loud and proud and say without fear of contradiction that St. Thomas is no longer the forgotten parish. Another aspect of this wonderful facility is the construction of a brand new port, something which has been long in coming. This development of a brand new court represents more than bricks and mortar. The newly constructed St. Thomas Parish Court, a symbol of justice, order, and service, will now be housed in space that reflects the dignity and importance of its work. The new court facilities will provide greater efficiency, security, and comfort for staff and citizens alike. It's a meaningful investment in the rule of law and a clear message that every parish, every community deserves world-class public services. It is a bold step forward in our vision for modern, accessible, and people-oriented infrastructure. As we cut this ribbon today, we're not just opening doors, we're opening opportunities for justice, for development, for the people of St. Thomas. Congratulations to all involved in bringing this vision to life. The future of St. Thomas is indeed very bright. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, Most Honorable Prime Minister, colleague cabinet ministers, Chinese ambassadors, worship the mayor, councillors, members of parliament, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Today is a great day. I'm here today representing local government. This will be the building behind us, will be the most modern local government building in any part of this world, and this was done through the vision of our Prime Minister in establishing an urban center. Today we are here celebrating this occasion, cutting ribbons and announcing the commencement of new opportunities. I want to use this platform to urge the St. Thomas Municipal Corporation, when you occupy this new facility, I'm expecting that the standard of service that you offer to the parish will improve significantly. No longer you can complain about lack of proper space to offer service. I want to commend you also in the manner in which you work in allowing the approval processes and to honor the commitments as a municipal corporation in ensuring that the proper procedures were observed during the construction of this facility. St. Thomas, you have a lot to be thankful for. This is just the beginning of a dawn of a new day. Where there is good vision, the people will always see the light. But where there is no vision, and those visions didn't exist in the 1990s, because this parish had a great track record before. Now the time has come when we have rebuilt, repurposed St. Thomas, and local government will play a critical role in the forward movement of the parish of St. Thomas. Let us use this and use it well. Let me say thank you to the Most Honorable Prime Minister for his vision and the Factories Corporation for undertaking this mammoth task and have delivered. Well done. Thank you. St. Thomas, you're a God-blessed country.
Already. It's great. I love you. I'm going to make it as fast as possible, but it's been a long, long journey. All natives say yes, Rasta. Yes. Excuse me, I got carried away there. But I remember when it took 3 hours to leave from the airport and go to St. Thomas. Took me about 40 minutes to reach here at Good Year Roma. Make some noise to the government. when I pass the Sun Coast Beach Club, and I see how fast I reach, me zip through, yalla zip through. And I say, we reach already. I felt good. And when my father brought us from America, he said, me I come to St. Thomas. Buju Bantan tell me, say, what now do this up? Somebody takes Buju and tell him, say the place open today. And I remember the years right over there, we kept East Space. And we took a chance on this parish. They said, won't I do this up? No sure can't go and out this up. So God bless Mr. Morgan, rest in peace, Daddy. I hope you see what's going on. They used to call my father the crazy Rasta man. And the vision today, when we see Goodyear Oval full like this, me overwhelmed, me know I'm bad. But a long time this parish has been suffering. And my team was sharing a story about the Honorable Queen Victoria, about what she said about St. Thomas. And that was a very long time ago. But this morning, like Mr. Shirley said, you know, there's a lot of people that came to St. Thomas and talk and talk and talk. But a lot of people also came and worked. Mr. Ferguson, thank you for the work that you have done. Mr. Robertson, I remember when you called me and said, I need some ticket for East West. And I said, it look like this parish can go out of that thing. And now I see Michelle, Charles. I'm a fan of yours on Instagram. Your work that you are doing is just incredible. But the vision of a man, and I've become a fan, of course, me like Bob Marley, me like Usain Bolt, me like Denai Morgan, me like Morgan Heritage. Rest in peace to my brother Peter Morgan. And we drove past here many, many years. The vision of Dr. the Honorable. Thank you. Thank you for your vision. Truly, I said I'm a fan of many people, but I stalked your Instagram page, sir, to see what is next for Jamaica. And truly I've become a fan. Surely your history is going to be next to none. And not because we've met at several events, or I am a laborite or a PhD. I'm just saying the work that you are doing is next to none. I've been to all kind of countries, from America to Canada. And when you talk about development, here to serve, sir. So it's like a bag of chop, like we would say in our culture. And let me tell you something, man. FCJ, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Shirley. Thank you to the people that lay the bricks, because without them, the workers, the construction company, Black Soil family, Marky, Mr. Mia, Lou, big up yourself, you know. Church kind of family, we did it. And I'd like to just take this time to acknowledge my sister, Bridget Morgan Mackenzie. Please stand. You don't see it, you always say Morgan Heritage. Please stand, that's my sister. We have some great plans on behalf of the Morgan Heritage family, because my father passed away, but the vision don't stop. And I'm just thankful for where this parish is going. Big up to all of my fellow artists that are from this parish. Chronic Law, Laza Morgan, Morgan Heritage. When we get on that plane, we try to represent our country the most, but we also like to represent St. Thomas. So, on behalf of the Morgan family, thank you so much. Prime Minister, don't stop. Don't stop. Let's take this God Portland. Let's start saying here. Let's go right around the island. And I don't want to take up too much time, but I hardly get to address this man. Because where there's no vision, the people perish. There's things like the technology, like our sister said earlier, this place is built, but we have to train ourselves that we can take care of it. We don't want to see the painter run down, because we go buy paint myself and come paint it. We don't want to see in 10 years that we forgot about it. let's not forget, they said we were the forgotten parish. So St. Thomas, I love you all. Let's keep growing, sending the picnic and go to school. Education is key. Take care of the family them and stick together. Yes? Yeah. No, I do have a smile at the team, if I am permitted. Mojo. Yes, sir. Step of Jamaica. Yeah. Mojo is a big farmer. I was doing some farming over in Westmoreland, in Trelawney. And he decided to say, I come here so and do some farming. Everybody that's here in CB, we're gonna need some money. Cause we want to make some onion for Juicy B's party. Mr. Robertson, let's make a deal. If anybody know me, them knows that I Rasta as a businessman. Thank you very much. Because without that, there's nothing. It's just big talk. So let's do some work and keep it going. But to all of the protocol, thank you. And I'm just gonna sing a small piece of this. If you give a little more than you take, and if you try to fix more than you break, if you're the kind who takes the time to help strangers in the rain, there's a place. Sing! Hallelujah! Yeah. Brother Moses, sing for me, brother.
This one dedicated. No place, no nice like my girl, sweet Jamaica. St. Thomas, I really love you. Right in the star, so you think I know that it's like I am sure lost in there. Don't be no more. Every breath I take is
indeed a reality, a blessing for the entire parish of Jamaica.
Please, please. If you are able to have your seat, please be seated.
Sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down.
Let me start
I don't
off
want no brown.
by giving thanks to God, who has made this day possible. And we give God thanks for the showers of blessings that He has made on us. We are not dry weather people. We are resilient people. And we know that God is pleased with what we have done here today. Allow me to thank those who have mastered the ceremony so far, and allow me as well to acknowledge Mr. Fenton Ferguson, representing the leader of the opposition, the members of my cabinet who are here. So many of them are here, I could convene a cabinet meeting. His Excellency, the Ambassador of the People's Republic of China, Chen Daozhan. And here I must mention the special effort and support of the Chinese government and China Harbour Engineering Company, who played a critical role in this development. I must especially acknowledge the members of Parliament who also played a critical liaison role in ensuring that the project went off seamlessly. MP James Robertson for Western St. Thomas and Dr. Michelle Charles for Eastern St. Thomas. Allow me as well to acknowledge our custos, the Honorable Norma Walters, and our Mayor, Marcia Bennett. Forgive me, Custos Marcia Bennett. Allow me to acknowledge our Mayor, Councillor Louis Chin, Mayor Morant. Now what can I say about the Honorable Big Ton Shirley? Because it's no more Little Ton anymore. The chairman of the Factories Corporation, who has taken on this project not just for his own professional duty, but he has taken it on as a passion project. This is something that he really wanted to see done, and I commend you, Annie, for the effort that you have put in. Mr. Angus Young, the Chief Executive Officer of the National Commercial Bank Capital Markets Limited, for your partnership in this project. Mr. Dan Gramby, Country Manager of China Harbour Engineering Company, and all the clients and stakeholders of the Morant Bay Urban Centre. But most of all, I want to thank each and every one of you here who has come to witness this moment in history. I want to thank the people of St. Thomas for your patience, for your long suffering and your endurance. Today, we definitively close the chapter of decades of underdevelopment, disinvestment, infrastructural neglect that have long defined a narrative of St. Thomas being the forgotten parish. Today, we emphatically declare that St. Thomas is firmly on the path for the fulfillment of its true vision of a prosperous, growing, fair and equitable society. Today is 160 years since the Morant Bay Rebellion. For many, there is an expectation that for the wrongs that were done to us and our forebears and our ancestors, that there must be reparations. And I believe that there must be reparations. And eventually, inevitably, there will be reparations. We must keep up the fight for reparations. But I also believe that the duty of reparations does not only lie on the generations that follow the wrong, in the sense of the generations of those who committed the wrong should right the wrongs of their forebears. It is also incumbent on the generations of the victims to also, in their own actions, in their own achievements, in the decisions they make, to right the wrongs that were visited upon their forebears. In other words, whilst I believe that there must be reparation, I am not going to wait on it. I believe that I have the strength and vigor of my mind and body. I believe I have the agency, meaning the independence to act in my own interest. And I believe I have equal or even greater intellect to use whatever little resources I have to correct the wrongs that were visited on my forebears, so that my children coming won't have to suffer the indignity and the wrongs. And it is in doing that that you are able to stand up as equal to those who have done you wrong in the past. To say, regardless of what you have done to me, see, I have made good with my own two hands. I have pulled myself up from the bootstraps. I have stood up against obstacles. And I have overcome. Today is a day when the people of St. Thomas can say, we are overcoming 160 years of wrongs and neglect. And we are doing it off and by ourselves with our own resources. That is what it means, my people, to be independent. That is what it means to be independent. I am not an ideologue. I don't believe in any form of ideology other than what makes sense, other than what works, other than what is practical, other than what is fair. And I have conducted myself as your leader in that regard. A decade ago, at a church in this parish, I hosted a town hall meeting called Prosperity Live. Some of you here may have been in that church hall. And a young lady stood up
And she said, and I'm paraphrasing her, St. Thomas needs development. For too long, we have neglected the parish. And she used certain examples to demonstrate the neglect. I'll never forget it. She said St. Thomas is the only parish that doesn't have a stoplight. And then she went on to say, St. Thomas don't even have a KFC. Now I am going to send a bill for promotion to KFC because the amount of time that they have been mentioned here. But you get the point that the people of St. Thomas wanted to see the signs of modernity in their parish. 10 years later, I am able to stand here and say, St. Thomas, I did not forget you. St. Thomas, you are now at the cutting edge, the frontier of new developments in Jamaica. Ground was broken in 2019, but the plan was actually conceived in 2017. And I recall distinctly when we broke ground, there were those disbelievers, as there always are persons who are skeptical, that said it wouldn't happen. There were those who probably secretly wanted it not to happen. But by God's willing and hard work, it has happened. We have a comprehensive development plan for your parish. We started off with the Southern Coastal Highway Improvement Project, a 16 kilometers 4-lane highway from Harborview to Yallas, and 96 kilometers of improved roadway from Yallas to Port Antonio. All of that together represents approximately $200 million US of expenditure. That is about $32 billion spent on improving access to the parish. And it wasn't all the main road. We improved the road access for Cedar Valley as well, and other roads leading off. And it wasn't just roads, we also put in water, we put in sewage, and we also laid the conduits and cables for broadband internet to come to this parish. We have built this Morant Urban Center at a cost of $6 billion Jamaican dollars. We have built the Yallas Fire Station at a cost of $163 million Jamaican dollars. We have upgraded the Arcadia and Port Morant Health Center at a cost of $37 million Jamaican dollars. Not to mention the whole heap of social housing that we have given in the parish, and today I'll be handing over about 6 more. And we're not stopping yet, because there is much more to be done. Much more. We have 13.5 acres of land in proximity to this development. And I want you to look out for it. Because I tend to come to the first festival or stage show that is kept here. When Gramps and the Morgan family is performing, when Popcorn, as Prime Minister of course, what do you think? I tend to be there to hear Tony and sing
Sing, girl.
Sing. And I'm going to do the singing today. But we're going to develop that 13.5 acres of land into a multi-purpose entertainment and sports facility that is going to be the envy of other parishes. This project is not yet finished because we're going to do another extension of 10 acres of new buildings for micro and small businesses in St. Thomas, right here, right at this center. And we are not just thinking for 5 years, we are thinking for the next 50 years. This urban center is going to grow. And so we are taking the steps necessary to ensure that we have access to lands around the urban center to secure its future expansion. We are very happy that we can bring a university to the parish. We are very happy that the Heart Trust is going to be here, not just as an administrative office, but they will have the training facilities here as well. When I heard the announcement that PICA will be here, a lot of noise went up for them as the Passport, Immigration and Citizenship Agency, JPS, NWC, the National Housing Trust, the Jamaica Information Service, all kinds of government entities are going to be here. So the people of St. Thomas don't have to travel to Kingston to be connected with their government. They can come right here. Oh, did I mention that the tax office will be here as well? But while I'm very proud of this building, which is your municipal head office, your parish council head office building, I'm also very proud of the courthouse. And there's a reason. You see, a part of the spark for the Morant Bay Rebellion was that the small farmers, the children of the former enslaved who worked the fields, trying to do their little business, they couldn't get justice. They were occupying lands, and the plantation owners didn't want them to become subsistent farmers. So they did all kinds of things to undermine their occupation of the land, so that they had to come back to the plantation to work. And therefore, even if as freedmen they would go to plead their case in court, they couldn't get any justice, because the administration of the court system was also a part of the planter class. And that created a sense of injustice in the society, and that boiled over into the rebellion. So it is very symbolic that we are going to be putting right here the most modern port facility in Jamaica, and possibly indeed in the Caribbean, right here in the Morant Bay Urban Center. We are also going to be building out medical facilities, and this will host 25 specialized units ranging from general practitioners, pediatricians, neurologists, orthopedic surgeons, you name it. And we will also have a facility for accident and emergency and urgent care. This will significantly improve access to healthcare in St. Thomas. We are laying the foundation, my friends, for a new economy in this parish. And I want you to pay attention to that mission. We are not going to create prosperity without creating an economy. And to create the economy, you have to build infrastructure. Because it is the infrastructure that creates the platform on which people can do business and generate profit and satisfy demand. This lovely facility here, this very convenient facility here, well designed and well laid out, this is going to create the new economy that will generate the new wealth for the parish. Not just for people who are already rich, but for every single person in St. Thomas. This will be generating the prosperity that you have always wished for. The important point to note, however, is that this development is not only going on in St. Thomas. We have already started the Bonebrook Urban Center. So the people of Portland will be experiencing this kind of joy to see the restructuring and redevelopment of their parish, to see the creation of a new economy in their parish. We have started to acquire lands in the Grill, because the town of the Grill is growing rapidly and it needs its own urban center. In Portmore, we are looking at a project in Portmore that we are going to be calling the Jamaican Silicon Valley. And that project is in its development state. It's the Nagohead Integrated Business Center, and that center will be the largest project undertaken by the FCJ. It will span 1 million square feet. That will be about 2 times the size of this project. Minister Vaz pointed out to me that when I am speaking, I must mention that it is not just roads that we have built, but we have allocated 2 bus routes to St. Thomas. And those 2 bus routes, since they have been installed less than 3 months now, about 4 months now, they have carried over 100,000 rides. And I am certain that everyone who is using those buses are very happy, because it is saving them bus fare, improving their convenience, and it is operating on time. But more is to come. You're going to get 7 school buses that will be serving some of the remote areas of the parish. And I'm certain that the children of this parish will be very happy to be able to use those buses, and of course, those buses will be free of cost to them in terms of bus fare. But what I'm also very proud of and very pleased of, you haven't seen it yet, but you have seen a little of it. But St. Thomas is going to see an explosion in housing development. Already, we have about 2 or 3 housing developments happening along the road corridor. But I'm here to tell you that I am in sight of at least 3 other major developments to come on more than 3,000 acres of land, which will give both accessible, affordable and low income housing and middle and upper income housing. So the entire parish is going to be a place where people are going to come and move in to live. So you who have been here suffering for a long time, you are also going to benefit because they have to come to your market, they have to hire you, they have to come and use your service. So your parish is going to grow and your income is going to grow. And from your income, you will be able to do the things that you have always wanted. Now I know, I'm the first to tell you. We know that there are communities that still don't have proper water supply. We know that there are communities that still have bad roads. We know that there are many houses to be fixed. The last time I toured, they took me on the river bank around that side and showed me how the river is eating away and threatening their houses. We have to address those. So as I stand here and tell you all the great things, I don't want you to believe that I am not also aware of the things that are dragging on your mind. But anybody can come here and play upon grievance and grouses, but not anyone can actually say, I can deliver, I can deal with those issues. I know how to deal with it because I can show you how I have dealt with it. So, I said to those persons who choose not to look at the positive side of things, those who choose to see the glass as half empty, I say to them, look to the person who can fill the glass. Look to the person who has made the glass half empty. Because the person who is complaining that the glass is half empty is usually the person who never put a drop in the glass. And if you want the glass to full, you have to deal with the person who at least bring it from 0 to half. We are ready to bring you from 0 to 100 and even more. So, as I close my presentation to you, with the showers of blessings on us, I feel like we have closed the circle with Paul Bogle and George William Gordon, who gave their lives, and the over 400 Jamaicans who were slaughtered, massacred in the rebellion. I feel that today we are beginning to repair the injustices of the past by our own means and through our own will. We are charting our own course to prosperity, which is the true destiny promised to us. So I want to tell you, the people of St. Thomas, we are happy with what we have achieved. But we are not comfortable. And therefore, we are continuing on the journey to make the glass full. God bless you and thank
Listen to that video.